How are
Good.
you?
Perfectly. We had to do the pose, right?
Yes.
Giselle, the voice from beyond. Giselle
Yes.
will take our
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
Yes. So just go ahead and pose for a selfie in 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much.
Yay.
Great. Okay. So, my favorite character of you is Gray because she's so adorable, and
Oh, thank you.
I saw that you actually cosplay as her in a
Yes,
picture. So,
I
how
did.
why did you do that? Like, you weren't seeing many people doing dressing as her, or
No, I didn't, and it was so fun because I love to cosplay. I know I haven't cosplayed in forever because there's been no conventions to go to, but I would go to conventions and I would see all these really awesome Black Clover cosplayers, but there would never be any grays. And I was like, oh, I'm so sad. So I just decided to do it myself. So
yeah,
maybe one day when I can like go to a convention again, I'll bring her with me and I'll actually wear her to a convention.
yeah. When I first heard her English voice, I didn't know it was you, but I thought, is she like the mermaid from One Piece? And I thought, like, no, I thought, I know, because I thought it was Shirahoshi, not Kami.
Oh,
Because
wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, because like the crying attitude, if you think if you heard them side by side, it's kind of similar,
Yes.
but then
Yeah, they are.
yeah, I thought it was like the voice actor from Shirahoshi doing great, but then I listened more closely to Kami, and I can say, yeah, it's you.
Yeah. So yeah, I think who is Shirahoshi? I think it's Bryn. I think it's Bryn. Bryn April is Shirahoshi, but yeah, we're pretty similar. We have like high voices, and we always get cast as very similar characters. So
Yeah, it's kind of like the childlike pitch voice, like
Mhm.
very feminine, and I
Yes.
kind because it's kind of matching. I thought, wow, it was really close, but it's different voice actors.
Yeah, the fun thing about Gray, I think the director, he said, "Yes, I wanted you to be Gray because she just has so much anxiety and is always so hyper, and so are you." And I was like, "Thank you." He was joking with me, but he was super funny, and he was like, and he always laughs at me because whenever I record for Gray, she's all that bundle of nerves. So every time I record as her, I'm always making these little hand movements, and I'm always like,
Like her, like her.
yeah, just like her. And so every time he would watch me record, he'd be like, "You crack me up. You make me laugh because you do everything she does." And I'm like, "I know. She's always so nervous. I have to."
Yeah, like, and when you do Kami, like, how do you feel like the whole drama when she was captured? Like, do you feel sad for her, or
Yeah, it's really interesting because she's kind of silly, and partly it's not her fault, but it kind of is because she's not paying attention ever. But
yeah,
yeah, that whole arc when she got captured, I think it was really, really sad. And I also thought it was a really cool arc because you got to see this character. Oh gosh, I'm forgetting his name right now, but
Hachi.
Hachi,
Yep.
yes.
Yeah,
And Hachi, he was this like bad guy before, and they get to see him again, and like you kind of get to see this person have like a different side and is trying to be a better person, and I thought that was super, super neat.
yeah, yeah, because I read about Kami first appeared like in the little cover series that One Piece usually does, like to show characters, and
Mhm.
she and took a while for her actually to appear in the episode.
Yeah, but I loved that whole thing where you got to see someone that wasn't maybe the best person, but now they're trying to be better, and I thought that was super sweet. And she's just really nice, and I think like her and Hachi are so perfect together because she just doesn't care what he's done before, and she's just like, "You're cool, and let's just make takoyaki together." And
Yeah. And what do you think about Gray and Ghost? Like, did you guys already record for the last season Black Clover, or you
oh
guys
gosh, yeah, I think I don't know if I'm done with all of the episodes, but I've recorded a bunch. So but yeah, I'm really sad. I was just telling somebody, I hope that they because I know the manga is still going, so I hope what they do is maybe they do like a movie or something to kind of like wrap it all up. And
I heard because it was really getting close to the manga, so I think they want
they just need more time.
Yeah, they want the arc to be done so they can like make like those really final season, like Fairy Tail did that. Like,
right, which is smart. It's really smart because it's, it saves them some money because anime is not cheap to make. So
yeah,
and it gives people, people will know that they're getting something really, really good once it finally, comes back. And
I love that Black Clover went from the anime that people were really trashing about to the one that people are demanding to return.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
When it came out, everybody was like, "Oh, this is not gonna last," and people like everything changed. Like it was like topping sales.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, because I think a lot of people, they just heard the, oh, he's just yelling a bunch and he's just screaming a bunch and la 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 la. But I think once people actually got into the story and they gave it a chance, I think they really, really liked it more than they thought they would.
You're gonna be honest, Dallas screen is not the worst like English dub screen that I ever heard. Like
it could have been a lot worse. Dallas is really great because he can give that like high energy and it's not like annoying. It doesn't get on your nerves.
Yeah,
so,
he's the Japanese voice actor that kind of does that, and people.
Yeah, a lot of people. It was just because it was a lot of just the same screaming over and over and over again. So I think a lot of people when they watched the subtitle, they were like, I don't know. But then, like I said, I think as it went, I think it got better, and so people liked it a lot more.
Yeah, it's like progressing. Like it's not gonna be the same thing. Like, okay, I know that the animation is not like you guys' department. Like, oh, this animation sucks. It's not like the actors. Yeah, because I heard some people.
Like, I'm not drawing the pictures. It would be worse if I was drawing the pictures.
Really worse.
Yeah, it would be really, really worse. No, but and I also think it's funny because I think it's really interesting in people like, oh, it's so annoying in the beginning, and it's kind of funny because he's supposed to be annoying. He's supposed to be this annoying kid that becomes a not annoying kid, and he becomes better. And
like every protagonist in anime starts annoying. Like,
oh yeah, they're all annoying. They're all like, no one liked Naruto. He was annoying.
Naruto, Midoriya. Luffy.
Yeah, they're all just kind of nobody. They're just nerds, or like they're just annoying, or no one cares. And I think that's what makes it so good. And I think that's what's so funny is like, I guess the writer wrote such a good character, wrote Asta so well that it really, I think it did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, but I'm really great because have you ever see Gray backstory, like what's going to do or not?
No. I mean, I've seen what's in the anime. I haven't read the manga, but I'm excited. I know there's more. And I'm really excited because people tell me all the time.
It's so adorable. Like,
aww.
Yeah,
I love her. I always tell people I think she's one of the like unsung kind of really great characters because the little bits you do see in the anime where she's like, I think she's really relatable, and I don't think a lot of people realize how relatable she is because she's very much that whole like, I want people to like me, but I'm really nervous around people, so I feel like I can't be myself. But yeah, and I think she's so relatable. And then every time I go to a convention and I explain that to people, people go, oh yeah, like that makes sense. Like, yeah, I didn't think about that. And I'm like, yeah, they just kind of use her for some giggles and to make people laugh. But I think she's got a deep side. Yeah.
Okay, I think I have someone. Why did you? I heard you took out Sasha for Attack on Titans. How this process went? I haven't watched the last season yet, so I haven't heard like how your voice sounds.
Oh gosh, well, that was so. If you've watched also Ashley Birch, she's the original actress for Sasha, and also she also voiced Mayuri in Steins Gate. And
never watched. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. But she couldn't because she lives in Los Angeles and we're recording everything in Dallas, Texas. And so because she moved, and unfortunately, I think just because of like COVID and then also her work that she's been doing in LA, she was like, I can't find the time to like make all of it work. So she had to say, hey, I have to focus on this and not this. So it wasn't like anything bad. She wasn't like, I quit. It was just one of those things where her like schedules get really crazy and hectic. And hopefully, I've told everyone that I've talked to has been like, "Hey, you were really great," and so it's. I will say, if you haven't watched the last season yet, it's really different. So it does kind of it fits in a way where they're all different. There's a huge time skip. They're all older.
Yeah, I need to catch up on Attack on Titan. I'm rewatching everything because I dropped because it went like I forgot there was a monthly series, and monthly
Yeah.
series kind of like drag a little bit, but at
Yes.
least the author. Like, I have a last question. Do all Funimation actors live in Dallas? Because I think you're the fourth one that said, "Oh, you record everything in Dallas."
It depends. There's some people that live in Dallas. Some of us live in Houston. I don't live in Houston. I live in Dallas. And then there's some people that have lived in Dallas and now they live in Los Angeles. And what they do instead is we connect remotely and we just record stuff remotely. And that's a lot of how we've been doing for COVID is all remote stuff. So it's the main hub is in Dallas, though. So when you talk to people that are in Funimation shows, most of them will be in Dallas, but they can totally be in other places too.
I thought like you guys like live in a place like your own, and they're like the recording studios that like I think there's like in many cities, and you guys go and like, okay, we ship those to the main, and like you guys glue all together to sound like.
Oh no, yeah, no, we record everything individually. So even when we're going into the studios are only big enough, or the recording booths are only big enough for one person at a time. And they're only set up for one person at a time. So they're kind of like what I have right here, where it's just your microphone and all your soundproofing, and then you'll just have a director there, and it's kind of the director's job to kind of help you navigate and be like, okay, here's what so-and-so is going to say, so that if they haven't recorded yet, you kind of have an idea of what they are going to say and what is going to be there later. So, but yeah, so with anime, it's all like one at a time.
I thought, because I know there are some shows that like they do like everyone together to kind of like feel more like there's actually connections. And I don't know if you guys like, I don't know like any big show did that, or like.
Well, for shows, I will say there are times where the only time, and this was before COVID, but the only times you'll have more than one person in a booth is when you're doing what's called WALA, it stands for with all actors. And basically you'll have 4 people come into a booth and, just kind of circle around a microphone like this one. And they'll record a lot of the background stuff, a lot of like if there's a big crowd, like if they're just out shopping and they need crowd sounds.
Yeah, the additional voices.
Yeah. So that's one of the only times we'll have like multiple people in a booth at a time, but mostly for anime, I know that it depends on the project, but in Dallas anyway, I think everything's just set up to do one at a time. I know there's some studios in LA that are set up to do more than one person at a time, so they can have 2 or 3 people come in and record together, but it just kind of depends on how the studio is set up.
Okay, I didn't know, like, because I saw some clips from shows like Futurama, The Simpsons, and they did kind of do that, like.
Yeah, for sure. Shows, so anime is all done one at a time. Shows like Futurama, those are all what's called prelay. So all the animation is not done. So all the actors, so the actors all just come in, they'll record and they'll just act with each other, and then the animators will animate to whatever they've done. Whereas for anime, all of that's already, drawn and animated. So we're just going in and we're having to fill in the blanks essentially. And that's why we do it one at a time, because we're having to just fit all of the lip flaps very specifically.
Oh, okay. I thought So I don't see the timer. I think we passed 3 minutes.
Oh yeah. It's fine. It's fine. The wonderful Giselle is making sure that we don't get cut off.
Okay, yeah, okay. Because I was getting a little, because I know you have more people to talk to, and I don't want to like make them hold or something.
You're fine. Well, is there anything else you wanna ask me really quick?
Yeah. How do you feel about Homer? Because I think she's a really underrated character in Doctor Stone.
I love Homura. I think she's super, super fun, and I love her. She's really quiet, but I think she has a really funny line. I don't know if it's out yet, but they like capture her, and they
Oh
kind of
yeah,
keep her in this
yeah,
prison, and she's just like eating, and it was really, really funny because we were just kind of. It was
yeah.
like she just says, "Oh well, it could be worse." I'm like, "Yeah,
Because
you're
I
right."
thought, yeah, I thought like when she was out, I thought there's gonna be like a Trina character, like because she usually does the quiet anime
Yeah.
side, and
Yeah,
like
she's
oh,
really quiet, and I love it. And I love Clifford Chapin. He whenever he directs stuff, he's really awesome at casting people and casting people in parts that are different from what people might usually see or usually do. So yeah, it's always really fun to be in cast in one of Cliff's shows because you always get to do something different. So
yeah, that's something I really don't know about. How do you guys know who's going to direct? Like it hasn't. You had like have a rule like the main character, the main actor can't be the voice director or something
right,
because
yeah. So a lot of times there's a set. So at Funimation, and I think probably at most studios that do anime, there are salaried directors. So there's people that work for the company, and they just like the normal 9 to 5 job. They go in, and that's their job is to come in and direct, and they'll just get assigned shows. And then you also have people that are just like contracts. So like let's say there's 10 directors, like they just come in, but they have 15 shows that they need to direct. So they might hire 1 or 2 more directors for that one season to cover those shows that need to get done. And then, but yeah, usually they're just assigned. I know there have been times where because I've also directed shows from time to time. And sometimes I'll be like, hey, I see that you guys are going to be dubbing this show, and I'd really like to direct it if it's available, yada yada yada. So it just kind of depends. They usually just kind of assign it to certain people, and it just kind of is luck of the
yeah,
draw. So
yeah, because so far, because I don't know, because they don't put a list, because I know that who's most like directors are like Clifford, Colleen, and who directs Black Clover? Do you know?
Chris George.
Chris Jar. I don't know. He's a voice actor too, or
He's done some voice acting, but what's interesting is Chris George actually started out as an engineer, so he was helping on the technical side of things for a long, 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 long time, and then he decided he wanted to start directing. And so yeah, he started out as an engineer, and now he directs, and he does a little bit of acting here and there.
yeah, because that's something I don't know. Like, how is it like the work of like a voice director? How do you guys had to be like? Because I don't know how you had to be your character. Like, I don't know how you guys can do like, because just seeing like the guys from Dragon Ball Z just screaming, I just like, oh my god, how that
Oh, it's
hurts.
a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of knowing when you're in those shows where you have to scream a lot. It's a lot of just kind of knowing how to be safe and how to protect your voice, and making sure that the person who's directing you knows what they want, so that you don't have to scream over and over and over again. But yeah,
Yeah,
so it's tricky.
yeah, I can imagine like to be like I don't know, because your character doesn't scream a lot, because I trying to think of someone that screams a lot. But no, I can't, because Homer doesn't scream. Gray scream a little bit, but not to the high point.
She's not that crazy. She's not that crazy.
Yeah, it depends like how you can react to something. Guys, that's the thing I want to know, that I found curious about you voice actors, how you want to like you have to increase like to be okay. I want to be more cartoonish or be more real, because I know because I also see that you guys don't. I don't know why, but there's this thing about don't hire like cartoon voice actors working in anime. Like you guys have like because of contract or something.
No, I think a lot of it is like it's a cartoon. Like there are like really silly comedy kind of focused shows, but there are a lot of I think a lot of people don't realize that there is a lot of very, and again, you watch lots of anime, like there's all kinds of moments where you get to see backstories, and there's lots of emotions, and there's sad things, and there's heartbreaking things, and there's happy things, along with all of the like silly, like big comedy cartoony moments. So I think a lot of people, when they first start voice acting, they don't realize, they just think, oh, all of these cartoony things, and they don't realize, oh, well, I also need to know how to do all of these other really like real acting. Like you still have to have like real emotions for some of these characters, because yeah, they're funny and they're silly, but they'll also have moments where they have to be really sad, like actually sad and actually crying, or they're actually genuinely happy or something like that. So yeah, it's just kind of it's easy to think, oh, well, it's just a cartoon, but there's also a lot of real stuff that happens when you watch these shows. There's lots of real emotions and real situations that they like to play out.
Yeah, no, like cartoons, like anime can have those serious and moments. Like a show like One Piece can be goofy, but you can still have heart or something.
Yes, absolutely. Well, awesome. Well, I hope you have an awesome night, Leonardo. Thank you so much.
It was an honor to talk to you for a long time.
Thank you. I hope you have a really great day. Okay.
And I hope to meet you in person to talk to and get an autograph and a selfie or something.
Yes, one day. Bye.
Bye. We still have 10 seconds.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Bye.
So, bye. Thanks so much for the interview.
Thank you.
Have a nice day, nice night,
and
good luck with your voice.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.